All right, finally, the Jeep. She's not pretty, but we're going to change that. We're going to make her pretty. And it's going back red of all colors. I like red. So let's take a look at it and see what all we got to do. This weather is terrible, so I'm not going to get a whole lot of paint work done on anything anytime soon. It's cold. It went from like 70 something degrees down to 40 degrees just overnight. Well, actually 20 something degrees, and then now the high is only gonna be like 40. So yeah, beautiful weather, and it's windy as crap. If you had a kite, you'd probably have a field day. But we got to do this thing inside and out, paint wise. So we got to get the seat out of it, get it cleaned up. Floors aren't in bad shape. I'm gonna try to take my crud getter thingy, the bobber with the wire wheel on it, and just get in there and clean that up best I can. We're gonna put some, plan is to put some bed liner down in the lower part of the floors, and then we're just gonna paint everything red inside. That is the plan. Bars, I hate spraying bars, that's a pain in the butt. And I think he's wanting the mirrors also painted red, so we got a lot of work to do on the outside. Got some body work going on right in here. Got some body work that needs to be done right there. And my shop needs a major cleanup from all this wind and just all the work we've had going on. Tailgate's not terrible. It's got a little bit of something right there, but maybe he's putting the spare tire thing back on it. I don't know. All in all, it's not terrible dent wise. It's got a couple little dings. I may go ahead and come through here and circle the dents with a marker. We're gonna have to prime all this because clear coat peeling and stuff like that. Get the front end all taken apart. Get the windshield out of it. Got new windshield rubber put in it. And that's about the gist of it. Red. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna make a mess too. So I got, at some point before we paint it, I gotta get this car moved. So I ain't got time to do what I want to do on that car, so I'm gonna have to just put the old rear end back out of the 57 back in there, and just where I can get it moved around. I didn't want to do that, but just what I'm dealt with. So I got to be able to move that car. It's kind of in the way now, so I can't keep painting stuff with that car sitting there. And we got to get back on the Nova soon too. Still waiting on some stuff for it. So, all right, let's get after it. Try to get the seat out. Maybe try to get the inside of this thing cleaned up and at least get started. Well, the seat ain't coming out that easy. I don't know what it's got holding it. So it's got some studs going down through the floor. Yes, that's what it is. All right. Yay. Gotta get up under it. Fun. Wonderful. Great.
Good. Great. Grand. Wonderful.
Let me figure out what that's going to take. All right. Well, my microphone had died and had to charge it up for a little bit. So I've just been kind of thrashing on this interior of this Jeep here. Got the seat out. That was a fiasco in itself. And the wind is just picking up tremendously. It's getting cold. It's supposed to get like really cold tonight. So yeah, I'll show you what we got going. Got all this wire wheeled, wire brushed, sanded some more, wire brushed some more, blew out, vacuum, sanded some more. All I gotta do now is the bars, and so I'm gonna try to do the bars and interior all at one time. And I tried to get this door off, but them stupid Torx bolts, they just strip out. They don't ever come loose. So, but it looks a lot better than it did in a way. I got to get some bed liner material put down, and I got to let this thing dry. It had a lot of water in the corner, so I got to let it dry real good before I put anything on it. So let's get these bars scuffed up. All right. Yeah. This is good old Scotch Brite. Knock the shine off of them. This is my goal for today. Getting everything on the inside scuffed, cleaned up best I could, and get these bars scuffed up and call it for the day. I gotta get some materials to do the floor with. I got the paint and everything, I just don't have the bed liner stuff. And that stuff's pretty easy to put on. Okay, I got it all scuffed up. So she's just about ready to be cleaned up, and once I get the floors coated, I gotta figure this windshield out. So that'll probably be my next thing. I try to tackle the windshield. Get the windshield out of it. Wipers. I guess paint the inside of the windshield frame while I'm doing the rest of it. So it's just going to be a paint job. We ain't trying to win those shows, but we just want to make it look better than it did. So anything would be better than that. And I think the inside will look good once we get it all coated and painted. So it's gonna be a lot of taping. A lot of taping. Yes. All right, well, I'm gonna shut it down for today and get back on it tomorrow. All right, it's the next day, and went and picked up some Herculiner. Takes on anything. It's a roll-on application. I'm just going to use a brush because it's not that critical. This is mainly just to stop rust and kind of help protect the floors that we got. I'm just going to put it in the lower portions of the floor. I don't think he wants it on the very back portion of the vehicle. This is some pretty good stuff. It's made by JB Weld Company, so usually use Raptor liner or something like that, but not putting that on there. So going to try to go ahead and pop this windshield out. So probably going to just cut the rubber around the front side so I can access what little bit of problems we got on the outside. This rubber seal has about had it right here. I might try to see if I can't get this windshield to fold down. It's got them damn Torx bolts, whatever you want to call them, Torx. I can't stand them things. They always strip. They never want to come out. Push come to shove, I'll just cut the lip off of this because there's a bunch of dirt in behind it and it's dry rotting anyway. And so that's got to be addressed. I don't want to be painting this thing and be getting a bunch of dust and debris out of the backside of that rubber. Yeah, I think that's about it. So it's cold. It's like 30 degrees. No heat. Love it. So I think my goal today is get the windshield out, address this, probably go ahead and sand all this, and everywhere I got marked, this I got a ding in it, wipe them little spots, and we'll go ahead and try to get this at least with 2 coats of primer on it, and it ain't got to be perfect. So let's get after it. Let's see if I can cut this rubber out without cutting myself. Maybe. Wish I had something with a handle, make it a little bit easier. See how that stuff's so brittle. I might have to find a different way to do this. I don't know yet. I don't want to bust the glass. But all we gotta do really is just get a portion of it out, and we could probably work the glass out from there. So did I mention it's cold outside? That's probably another thing about doing this. So cold that this stuff's not as pliable being cold, and it's probably 30 years old, whatever year this Jeep is. Let's see if I got some pliers. I ain't got no pliers here, but see if yeah. This stuff's so brittle. It just breaks off of there. Alright, there's that side. I'm going to try to do the same thing. Hopefully don't break the glass. And try to pop this glass on out of here. Yeah, we're going to take the glass out. I don't know, maybe. Maybe. She's in there. Been in there for a while since she got put in. keep working with it. I just have a feeling. I'm not a glass guy, so never claimed to be a glass guy. I am not a glass guy. Well, there's the rest of the rubber. That's out. Yeah. Laugh for me, a daggum old lizard or something. All right, maybe. Go to the other side. Which, that rubber is about as old as the Jeep is. And what's got me? What's got me? Great glass broke. Well, I told you I'm not a glass guy, so should be able to get this glass fairly easy, I'd imagine. I was trying, but it finally just did it. It's like they got some glue around the top of it. I can't get it to break free. So, yay me. Yeah, let's break it. Yeah, let's do that. Don't bring your car to me for glass. Just don't. Because it's not going to work out. I'm not a glass guy. Man, that glue, they got some kind of glue in there. And it just will not let go. Well, I got it out. That was the most aggravating thing I think I never had to do. I'd rather put 5 57 Chevy windshields in instead of having to do that again. I didn't know that was going to be glued 9 ways a Sunday. I thought it was just rope in, seal, pop it out, put a new, that was going to be it. About like the back of a pickup truck. I didn't think it was going to be glued. And it was glued exceptionally well. So it was welly done. So now I got a freaking mess. And I need to use my shop vac, but I can't because the power company has got the power shut off. And I don't know how long it's going to be down. So they're putting in new poles, or I don't know, they're doing something. So I got a freaking mess. I'm gonna get this swept up. I gotta make a couple phone calls. Break the news to this guy. Gotta find a windshield. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I really do. But like I said, I'm not a windshield expert. I can get it out. It ain't gonna like the outcome, but I can get it out. So I'm gonna finish cleaning this mess up. Wait for this power to come back on, and keep moving forward. I mean, it's just a glass. Just got to get a new one. So, but had to come out because I'll show you. Look at all the rust that was building up on the backside. And so now I can get to that, treat it, get all that painted, and be a lot better than it was. Could have just said, yeah, screw that, not taking that windshield out, but about 6 months from now, you start seeing rust runs and bubbling around the bottom of the window. So, rather bust a glass, try to fix a major problem instead of not, and having a more major problem 6 months from now and having to redo everything and risk scratching a pretty decent paint job up. So, all right, I will catch up with y'all once this power's back on and we can start moving a little bit more forward. Okay, well, we got power. We've had power for a little while now. Spent time getting rear end back in Sally and let it run for a little bit. So that's done. And stirring this stuff up. Get ready to put this in. I did start sanding it and taking the windshield off and taking everything else apart. And yeah, so kind of just got after it while the power was off. This stuff in. Let's pour a little bit. Set that over there. I just brush it. I just kind of take the brush and put it where I want it. This stuff takes like 4 hours to cure, so ain't gotta be in no hurry for it. Gotta take care of that pit rust and all that. Something like that right there. I'm not going to put it under the seats because I don't feel like there's no need for it. Put that right down. All right, there's that. I'm gonna do the other side. Then I'll probably come back, do another top coat on top of that. It's supposed to wait like an hour before you put another top coat on, but I'm not going to, so I'm gonna just do it anyway. So let me get this all finished up and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, I got it on about as good as I'm going to do it. Don't look too bad. Gonna let that dry overnight. It's probably going to be about a day before I get back on this. I got another one I need to finish, but still need a little bit more sanding on the hood. Trying to get all that blistered paint off of it. That way whatever we put on it, give it a little bit of a chance to live. But it's getting cold. I'm ready to go home. It's getting late. I've about done all I can do today. And it's going to take that all night to dry. Probably longer than that. As cold as it's getting. So I'm going to shut it down and I'll catch up with y'all in a day or so. All right, it's been a couple days. The Jeep's back in. We're going to spray the inside and the roll bars. I already got this thing taped up. That was a pain in the butt. I sprayed some black primer kind of over the bare metal spots on the floor, just kind of have a little bit more protection. I'm not going to worry about taping the outside of this thing because he's changing the wheels. Everything else is getting blacked out, and we still got a lot of sanding and stuff like that to do. I couldn't get no tape to stick to this. I mean, as soon as you stick it on there, it just falls right back off. Same with that. So I'm just going to deal with them separately. Plus, this ain't been prepped yet, so ain't a big deal. You can paint it when you paint the outside. So not too much worried about it. So I got my paint gun ready to go. I'm gonna turn the fan on. We'll drop doors down a little bit and see if we can't get this thing turned red on the inside. Got it all painted, about 2 to 3 coats. Not perfect, but it's shiny and red, so that's about all I wanted. I hate doing bars. Bars are a pain in the butt. But you can see how the bed liner looks. All red. And it looks pretty good. Yeah, so we're not after show car perfection. We're just giving it a paint job. And hopefully outside this thing looks pretty good. I'm kind of worried it's going to look like a buttered up piece of corn. Fish eyeing real bad in this thing. This thing, whoever had this before him, they must have went and bought all the Armor All they could find and sprayed this whole thing down with Armor All. The painter's worst enemy. So, all right, I'm gonna let this sit up over the weekend. We'll come in Monday. We're gonna hit it real hard. Try to get this thing body worked in, primed. Try to knock this thing on out as fast as we can. We got other things to work on. Parts are coming in for that. Got to get back on the Nova. So, all right. Well, I'll catch y'all in a few days. All right, it's been a few days. This should be good and dry. It's got a lot of dirt just settled in it, but it looks good. It's shiny dirt. So I'm gonna unpeel the dash and see if we can't get this front end primed. I'm gonna get as much as I can done today because I'm running out of time quick. So thought I'd have one whole week to get this done. I got like 3 days. So gotta get on it and start untaping this thing, getting some primer shot on some spots, and I'm gonna try to get the whole front end primed. It's got some dents in the hood, got a lot to do. And I'm gonna take some of this tape off. I just taped this part of the jam up because there's some stickers right here. I didn't want to get red paint on. Usually don't like letting tape sit this long. Especially around like painted areas that you don't want, that you want to look decent, because this tape will seem to just cure itself on there. Then you got big problems. Gonna look pretty good, I think. I'm gonna have a couple little blow through spots just because of how it was. But it's a Jeep. Get out of here. We don't want you in there no more. You get on off of there. You get on off of there. We don't want you on there no more. Yeah, I think it looks decent enough. Yeah, looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I think he'll be happy with it. I just get some black spray paint, kind of touch up where it kind of went through the paper, or I couldn't tape it real good. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the sander set up with, I think I was sanding this with 180. I got to get some more because I got some cheap 180. It's 3M, but it's, man, it's like as soon as you lay it on something, start sanding, it's just like, yeah, I'm not 180 no more. So turns itself into like 1200. So get this fender sanded, and I got some spots that are circled on this thing. I'm gonna hit them, wipe them areas, probably hit these scratches right here, and we'll get all that wiped. The rest of it looks fairly decent. I'm not gonna nitpick this thing super, you know. It's not that kind of vehicle, so it's got a real bad spot right there. And then a couple little spots right there. Get all the blistered paint off of it. And get it primed. Alright, we'll let that air compressor catch up and shut off and let it rest for a minute. I've been after it. So found some body work in this back corner. This thing's been hit, so it had some cracked body filler here. I ground that out, chased it, get all the rust out of it. Got a lot of body filler through here, but it looks good for the most part. Just got to re-seam seal this seam. So just re-wipe that and it'll be fine. Kind of got the blistered paint off this side. Got the fender sanded. Got a little bit of a wrinkle right in there, but I'm not going to too much worry about it because you'd have a heap of time trying to straighten this thing out. And this thing could be, if it got hit in this corner, it could have been, you know, it could have some tension on that corner. It could be kind of sitting weird. So I'm not going to pick at it too much. But there is some cracked body filler right here. So I'm going to see if I can't chip some of this out and see what it looks like. It looks pretty rough. I don't know, let's see. Or it be cracked. It's, yep. See all that rust in there? The water just sits in there and it tries to start boring a hole in the metal. Or it pushes its way out one way or another. Yeah. Probably the worst part of the whole Jeep right here. Don't go on my coffee. So I'm gonna grind this out, smooth it out. And I'm just gonna re-wipe it because yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I think it'll be okay. So I'm gonna get my flat wheel on a grinder and just kind of grind this out smooth. And keep sanding. I'm gonna get all these rock chips and paint chips out of it. Finish getting the blistered paint off of it. Get to wiping, sanding, and priming. Battery's dead. Yay! Yeah. This is a sculpture of what a Jeep's supposed to look like. It's a rolling statue. Got like 5 to 7 layers of body filler on it. Nothing wrong with that. Just, you know, it cracks. So and I'm sure it's probably, I don't know why, we don't know why it was done this way, but it was. If it was me and it came in and it was wrecked, they were probably trying to do it and not total it, but it just, I'm pretty sure you can get this side and put this side in. These things ain't that hard to, you know, put a side into. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to try to fix what we got. Now, I'm not going to dig all this out. I just kind of, it was built up so much on this corner here, and it was cracking. So I just wanted to kind of feather it out best I could and get the thickness off of this flange part of the body, because it's so thick that it's not going to survive being on a edge like that. So had to get that thinned down some. It's probably going to be a little bit shaky right there, but I'd rather it be a little shaky and a little bit ripply. I mean, not ripply, but a little bit wavy, than having a bunch of buildup right here and then 6 months from now having a crack. I'd rather it just be just a little wavy. We'll get it a little bit better once we get some primer on. We can see what we got going on. I'm gonna get this wiped. This here is this way excessive. I mean, it's really bad. So, you know, when the body's flexing and twisting, this thing's going to crack. I mean, just it's going to. Only way to get around it is buy new body panels, put new body panels in it, and for the amount of money it's going to cost to do that, it's not there. So, not happening on this one. So, like I said, we're just trying to make it better than what it is. This thing has got a future of just being a beach cruiser, so I don't think it's going to be going on no trails. So if it does, it does. But I think it's going to live its life in Florida, being on the beach. So we're just going to try to make it best we can. Trying to get this blistered paint off of it. It's like this thing's been painted like 27 times, and that top coat of something, whatever is on it, is so hard to come off. Like if you leave it, it's going to blister through your paint. So trying to get it off is, man, it's just eating up some sandpaper. So I'm going to wipe this spot. I don't know if I'm going to wipe this. I think I'm going to leave it and just kind of go ahead and prime it and see what we got there. There's a couple little deep gouges that something hit it here. I mean, this is all body filler, and I tried to sand out where I saw rust, because it's just going to pop back through whatever I put on it. I'm just trying to make what I put on have a chance to live. This side's not too bad. It's probably got some filler in it. But it's in a lot better shape than that side was. I'm probably going to take a razor blade, kind of carve out this stuff that's trying to lift out of there. It's pretty crunchy. See that? All right. Oh, get a big old piece of cardboard. Big old piece of cardboard. I'm using some old Evercoat lightweight filler. It's not the most expensive thing in the world, and it's not the cheapest thing in the world. I really like using Rage, but I'm not rich, so I can't really get to use it like I want to. So you can take fiberglass resin and mix it in with your body filler to kind of thin it out, make it spread a little bit better. And there's one resin in particular that I really like to use. It's all resin. It's made by Evercoat or USC, whatever it's made from. Does really well. Takes the same kind of hardener, but I don't have any, so we're not doing that. So I'm mixing up a bunch because I got to go all around this thing and wipe stuff, and this is going to take a heap of filler. So I'm going to wipe it on there just like they did. It looks like they probably used a little bit of Corvette technology on this side. Fiberglass. That's about enough right there. Mix that all in. It's kind of cold, so this stuff's going to act really stiff and thick. Might set that can in the sun just to kind of let it heat up a little bit. So this is not the best filler in the world, but it'll work. You know, gotta work with it a little bit more than like Rage. Rage smooths out really nice, spreads really nice. This portion right here might have to get wiped a couple times just because of how that it is. It's like making a cake. I'm gonna move around this thing, get everything wiped, and let it dry. We'll come back and sand everything again. All right. Well, this ended up being next day. Had a lot of stuff going on yesterday, so kind of slowed me down a little bit, but I spent a lot of time trying to get this stuff wiped and get it smoothed out, and it just didn't really go as planned. So today I'm gonna be lucky just to get it primed in. I like to let them sit a day, and I'm gonna have to start wrapping this video up. So this is probably gonna end up being a twofer. So the goal today is just to get this thing primed in the bodywork areas. I think we found some seats to put in this thing. Got them from a buddy. We ended up getting them for the old Hank project, but they just don't do right in an old 50s car. So we're looking for a bench seat. I think he may have found one, but looking for a cool bench seat to put in that car. But these are going to fit perfect in here. I just got that one kind of sitting in there. Red and tan go together, so I think it'll be good. This thing is not going to be perfect. So, alright, I'm gonna finish my coffee and blow this thing down real good, check everything, and I think I gotta wipe a couple spots one more time and start taping this thing up in the areas I don't want primer. Kind of drape something over the wheels and go shoot some primer on this thing. I don't think I'm gonna have it painted at the end of this video, so I hate it. Got a lot of stuff coming up though, so I gotta mind my time here. So, all right, let's get after it. Oh, fun. Work this little lip. Just want to get it all good and feathered in. You got no edges rolling back on you, and try to soften up the edge there where it looks. You know, you ain't got a sharp edge there. Like I said, this is not going to be perfect, but it'll look better than having a crack there. It might last 6 months, it might last 6 years, we don't know. So that feels actually fairly good. I didn't block it or nothing, I just run it down with a DA. Now we're just going to prime it. I still got to check on the hood. I got a couple spots I got to hit with a sander. Finish trimming it out and tape. We'll mix up some primer and shoot this joker. I like to let my primer sit, so more likely not going to try to rush it and try to get paint on this thing, because I don't want the primer to shrink down and start seeing sand scratches in it, and then you just shot yourself in the foot. So we're gonna take our time at this point. Alright. Ugh. I've been knocking some of this stuff down, trying to fill in some gaps or fill in some gouges here and there, but the problem I'm having is, if you look at this just right, you'll see shiny paint. They're sanding this, and then it just keeps rolling back on you, and that's why this thing's blistered up so bad, because they didn't prep it. The last people that painted it didn't prep it up. They just basically probably washed it and painted it. So I done got a lot of it off the top of the hood, but the sides are still. I'm having to like double prep this thing. So all this extra prep. That's one reason it's been taking so long, trying to get all this blistered paint off and stuff that ain't stuck good. And you know, if you paint over it, you could have a possibility of it frying up on you as soon as new paint and the hot solvents get on it. Could gravel up on you, or it look awesome, and weeks or months from now, after it being in the sun, it start doing the same thing, lifting off, looking like it's fried. The sun just baking that new paint off, breaking the old paint, and the old paint letting loose and taking off the new paint. So yeah, I got to get as much of this off as I can. I don't want to go all the way down the metal, but really you should at this point, but it just can't. We can't. We got to just get it fixed best we can and do the best we can with what we got to work with. So I'm gonna work with this, get this hood ready, then we'll hopefully get some primer on this thing today. All right, she's primed about 2 to 3 coats. Surprisingly, I didn't think I was gonna have that much, but it was kind of thin. So I don't know, we're gonna sand it and see what it looks like when it dries, and which that's gonna be a few days from now. But I get her untaped. I'm gonna have to move it, but looks like a red spotted dog or something. So we'll let this dry up. That gun was a piece of crap. I started to throw it away. It's just one of them cheap Harbor Freight siphon guns, but it just wasn't spraying too good. So probably gonna have to, once we sand it, it's probably gonna take some more finessing, because I can see it in the primer already. There's some roughness, but I'm gonna let this primer sit till I get back from a couple trips we got coming up and all that. So give it time to dry and cure and do all its thing. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Sad to say, I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get further, but time has just run out, and we just have to come back to it. I got other things to do, and we got some stuff coming up we got to go attend, and so this one's going to be a twofer. So it looks pretty good, considering, I mean, the inside turned out better than I thought it was going to, so hopefully the outside turned out like better than I'm expecting. So go back and watch some of my other videos. I want to thank the subscribers and the new members. If you want to be a member, there's 3 tiers. We're gonna have some trips coming up, so tell your buds, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.